Everybody, welcome back to Patch in the Prairie. We're in the full swing of lambing season and grazing, and we're off to a great start, even though that's not the point of today's video. Today's video I wanted to talk about four of the key farm hacks, DIY projects that I've come up with to save myself a lot of money, and they all work really well. Number one, so I was getting tired of all of my mineral getting wet every time it rained and washing out all those expensive minerals. So I went and built a quick little covering unit for it. And I don't know about you can see it right there. I looked into the cost of what those mineral feeders that you can get at a feed store are, and they're extremely expensive. So I didn't want to pay that kind of money, so I decided I would build something. This mineral feeder works great for sheep and goats. I would suggest adding extra roof support if you have goats, because they will jump on top of it. Just doesn't seem to be a problem with sheep, but just a little tip for you. The next project here that I did was just a mobile watering unit. Since we are a regenerative grazing operation, we try to have all of our infrastructure be as mobile as possible. So instead of spending a lot of money on a water tank, I got one of these plastic totes that are very common. Just make sure you get one that hasn't had chemicals in it. I happen to be able to get this one for free, but you can find them pretty cheap on other locations. And then the cart that was here, I just added a pallet, and this cart was actually for a mobile barbecue that the previous owners of our farm had left behind. And so I took that old barbecue off and put on this, put this tank on it, and it's worked great. We can drive up and down the farm, up and down the road with it, and get water anywhere we need to. So another thing that I've done is, I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever had to just go pick up a new breeding ram or just haul one or two animals at a time and you don't want to hook up your livestock trailer, you can get something that's called a livestock popper, and they're extremely expensive. And so I went ahead and built my own, and it works great. It fits right inside the bed of my pickup truck, and it's just been extremely convenient when I have to haul just a few animals somewhere. So because we live in South Dakota and it gets cold, I went ahead and had just solid sides on it just to keep animals out of the wind. You could use whatever you had lying around. I literally just used tin and lumber that had blown off of a barn in a storm. So this didn't really cost me anything. I used an old pallet for a door that I just cut to fit. So the only things that I had to buy would be the door latch and the two hinges. So that alone, this project alone, saved me a couple $1,000s. The fourth and final one I wanted to show you was our watering system for our pastured poultry. And so the base idea here is that I have a 5-gallon bucket mounted just with the hose coming off, and then I come down into just a rubber pan. And in the past I used one of those cup drinkers, but it never worked right. It always got clogged. It was really frustrating. Chickens were always out of water. It just never worked right. And so while this version is not necessarily a whole lot cheaper than what I was using before, it certainly is cheaper than some of the alternatives that are out there. And it saved me a lot of money, and it works great. I'd say the only downside to it is that chickens will step into that pan, so you do have to dump that out and clean it regularly, but it's pretty easy to do so. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully some of these projects that I worked on give you some ideas that will help you save some money for your farm.